The newly elected leader of Japan's main ruling party says he's ready to unify a country shaken by the coronavirus pandemic. Kishida Fumio took the helm of the Liberal Democratic Party on Wednesday. It virtually ensures he will become prime minister. Kishida says he will hammer out an economic package worth several $100 billion by the end of the year. It's his effort to kickstart an economy hit hard by the crisis. He says his policies will ensure a more equitable distribution of wealth. The former foreign minister also has a plan for raising Japan's image abroad.
I'm making 3 commitments for diplomacy and security. I am determined to protect democracy and other universal values, to protect Japan's peace and stability, and to protect our interests by contributing to solving environmental and other global challenges and raising Japan's presence in the international community. I will carry out foreign and defense policies based on these commitments and achieve a free and open Indo-Pacific.
Kishida beat Regulatory Reform Minister Kono Taro by a solid margin in a runoff, winning 257 votes to Kono's 170. That's after the first round ended with just a single vote between them. 2 other party veterans, former Internal Affairs and Communications Minister Takaichi Sanae and LDP Executive Acting Secretary General Noda Seiko, also ran. Kishida campaigned on rebuilding the country's medical system and economy, both hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic. He's vowing to set up temporary COVID-19 hospitals throughout the country so no one has to wait for treatment. He also plans to inject some $90 billion in the science and technology sector. Reactions to Kishida's victory from across the country show he faces a variety of issues. The leader of the largest opposition party says he has questions for Kishida.
Kishida should first explain how he, as the new LDP president, differs from Abe and the Suga administration. I want ample time set aside at the Diet Budget Committee question and answer session to confront Kishida in a thorough one-to-one debate.
The mother of a Japanese girl abducted by North Korea more than 40 years ago says she hopes Kishida will make progress on the abduction issue.
The most important thing is for the leaders of Japan and North Korea to meet in order to resolve the abduction issue. I want Kishida to convey Japan's stance on the issue directly and firmly to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Kishida has been elected 9 times in Hiroshima, where atomic bomb survivors want him to support a United Nations ban on nuclear weapons.
A politician from Hiroshima became the LDP's new leader, so I want him to attend a meeting of the signatories to the UN Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons as an observer.
South Korea's military says the hypersonic missile North Korea claims to have launched on Tuesday appears to be in an early stage of development. The North's official media reported early on Wednesday that the new missile had been test launched in the northern province of Chagang the previous day. But South Korean defense officials say the missile's features suggest it's still far from being ready for deployment. They also say it fell short of hypersonic speeds, defined as more than 5 times the speed of sound, or Mach 5. They report that the missile actually flew at around Mach 3. But a military analyst in Tokyo says the latest launch suggests the North has reached a new stage in its missile development.
We can see 4 fins on the warhead, which could serve as a rudder, so the missile is likely able to change direction and altitude. Such missiles would be more difficult to intercept with existing defense systems.
Koizumi added that Pyongyang may reveal other new types of weapons based on the 5-year plan that leader Kim Jong-un unveiled in January to boost national defense. Turning to the Philippines, where boxing superstar Manny Pacquiao says he's retiring from the ring. He earlier said he'll run for president in next year's election.
It is difficult for me to accept that my time as a boxer is over. Today, I am announcing my retirement. Boxing has always been my
Pacquiao made the announcement in a video posted to his social media on Wednesday. He was born into a poor family in the south of the Philippines, but he went on to hold world titles in different divisions as a pro boxer. Pacquiao has also been spending time in politics. Currently, he's a senator. The 42-year-old said last week that he'll run for president in 2022. Pacquiao has criticized the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte for abuse of power and corruption. He's calling for unity to bring about reforms. The president's eldest daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, is seen as a possible candidate. Manila Mayor Francisco Dumagoso has also joined the race. He's best known for his stage name of Isko Moreno. President Duterte says he'll run for the vice presidency. He apparently aims to retain influence over the next administration. Registration of candidates will begin next month. Typhoon Mindule continues to approach Japan, likely bringing strong winds, heavy rain, and high waves. Our meteorologist Sayaka Mori has the details in World Weather.
Hello there. Typhoon Mindule is the third strongest typhoon of the year and it's slowly approaching Japan. You can see a huge clear eye in the center. It's a very strong typhoon, will likely get very close to central Tokyo and the East Islands on Friday and then reach east of Hokkaido into the weekend as a low pressure system. The main threats will be high waves and strong winds. The Kanto region might feel as high as 162 kilometers per hour. Even moving trucks could overturn. Waves are going to be up to 8 meters. So very powerful conditions are expected to batter central Japan, although the center will stay over the waters. Now, Tokyo will see stormy conditions, especially on near Friday. It's going to be a chilly day with high of 22. But next week, midsummer-like conditions should be back in the 30s every day on Sunday and Monday. Naha have been quite hot at the highs in the 30s for 42 days or so. It's going to be sunny and hot into next week. Now, hot conditions will continue across southern portions of China, as you can see this chart. Meanwhile, we have fun video coming out of North Carolina. As some teachers were leaving for the day at one North Carolina elementary school, they saw something cute and fun at the playground. The kids who were at school were all safely inside. That's it from me. Stay safe.
Distressing details have emerged at the sentencing of a British police officer who kidnapped, raped and murdered a young woman, Sarah Everard, in London. He used COVID lockdown rules as a pretense to arrest her. America's top military chiefs are appearing for a second day of hearings on the US exit from Afghanistan. They're being pressed on earlier testimony that two top generals told President Biden that 2,500 troops should be left in Afghanistan. Poland says a record number of migrants have tried to enter from Belarus. The EU is accusing Belarus of trying to destabilize the region by pushing thousands of people over the border. And lava from an erupting volcano on Spain's La Palma has reached the Atlantic Ocean, raising fears of toxic gases being released and also of explosions.
In Japan, Fumio Kishida is elected leader of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. Now likely to become Japan's next prime minister, Kishida has promised reform. The president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, calls on Kosovo and Serbia to solve their dispute and ease border tensions. North Korea claims to have fired a high-technology hypersonic missile Tuesday. South Korea's president orders a detailed study of the North's actions. And in Tunisia, President Kais Saied, who suspended parliament, names Najla Bouden Ramdan as the country's first female prime minister.
We're learning more about the enforcement of Oahu's Vaccine Pass program. More than 160 businesses have seen arrests, citations, or warnings. That's according to the Star Advertiser. We're told most of the violations have been citations. Safe Access Oahu requires everyone 12 and up to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test at restaurants, bars, gyms, and other indoor businesses. The program is in effect until October 19th.